I'm fortunate to have at a couple tables over some of the people who work tirelessly on the CNN show that we produce. And so I'm going to ask them to look into this whole business about the number of countries. I suspect that that at CNN they count some countries that don't actually exist as a way of boosting our ratings. You know, it's either that or compete head-to-head with Fox, and this is an easier strategy. Just make up a few countries. You know, in Oceania we win in prime time. Look, I have to confess, I go through some parts of my life feeling like an imposter, and this is one of them, because I really have done absolutely nothing to deserve this award. I'm not giving it back, don't worry, it's very handsome, but it's an honor, and I feel doubly grateful because I really don't think I have done anything distinctive, and I haven't done anything nearly of the depth and range that so many of the people in this room have done. I take it, in a sense, in the spirit that President Obama took the Nobel Prize. I will try to do something in the next few years to make up for this. I thought what I'd just spend a little bit of time talking about is what I notice when I travel around the world, when I think about things, and how it relates to this extraordinary cause that you are all committed to and fighting for in some way. You know, I came here in 1982, as Ayaz mentioned. I don't have as dramatic and colorful a story as the, you know, as events resulting from the fire of 1906 in San Francisco. I came on a scholarship and stayed, like so many Indians. And I don't have any great illegality or fraud, you know, besides with just so many government attorneys sitting here, I wouldn't admit to them if I were. I will. I know this doesn't quite compete, but I did rent a car from Hertz illegally when I didn't have a US driving license. I don't know if that counts, but actually it is remarkable to think back just 25 years ago at how extraordinarily free and easy America was as a place for a young immigrant. I do remember that, and actually I did, you know, I was struck by the fact that you could rent a car with virtually no documentation, no paperwork, no credit cards, because the guy at the other end of the counter was just trying to make money, and he was happy to do it if he could be assured that that was going to happen. And coming from India, where everybody you ever dealt with across a counter was trying in some way to not help you, to not make something happen, this was a revelation. It's the idea that you could actually, you know, go to somebody and he or she would actively be trying to assist you get to some kind of win-win was a totally bizarre idea. The guy on the other side of the counter in India saw it as his job to thwart your life ambitions, your dreams, whatever it is you were trying to do. And here, to be in a society where really the idea was to go and do whatever the hell you want was a complete revelation, and I still treasure it. I've written a great deal over the last few years about this new world we're moving into, a world in which China is rising and India is rising, Brazil, Indonesia, all these countries, and you see it everywhere you go. You turn any direction these days, and you'll see the vivid sense in which these countries are coming up, and the challenge it places on America. This is a very slow recovery from a very deep recession, and part of it has to do with this broader sense that we are in a new world, a world in which anything can be made anywhere, where people are competing not just against the town next door or the city next door or the state next door, but the country 8,000 miles away. And that produces a very, very difficult challenge that you see Americans trying to grapple with. And I've thought a lot about, well, what is it that makes America still distinctive? What makes it distinctive at the kind of high abstract level? But what do I feel in my bones when I go around the world and I see these incredibly hardworking people in China and India working to try to move up from $1,000 per capita GDP. And I think to myself, well, what does America still have? What is the secret sauce? And the thing I keep coming back to is the extraordinary dynamism, diversity that come from doing something really unique in the world, which is we are creating the first universal nation. There really does not exist a country like this where people from all over the world come and are entirely included in the process and are able to participate and rise to the best of their talents and capacities.